Moving on.
Confidence.
Yeah.
Well, there's a underlying theme going on here. We'll see if we touch on it some. The other one was wisdom, right? Allowing yourself to be open and shaped by experience.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's so much like I don't want to use the term toxic because I don't like that term toxic masculinity because I don't know that there's like toxic masculinity as much as there are like toxic people.
You know,
You know what I mean?
I agree with that. I think
It's kind of like the Hulk serum. It's like if you're a good person,
yeah,
the Hulk's going to be a nice guy. But if you're a terrible person, this is going to like steroids. You know,
Yeah.
it's going to make you more of a terrible person.
So you know, I work with a lot of celebrities, and some of them are just tough as woodpecker lips. They really are, and really good, self-reliant people. And
Yeah.
I can't really talk about clients, but I'll tell you, man.
Yeah, we don't want to turn it into that.
But I can say something nice about one of them.
Okay.
And it's Keanu.
Yeah.
When I first met that dude,
Yeah.
we're out in Los Angeles, and we're loading out in one of the studios to put everything to the truck. He just got his food delivered, put his food down, turned his hat around backwards, and started grabbing gear. And he wasn't just taking it outside. We had to take it, push it through the parking lot all the way down to where the truck was. And
wow.
and he gets after it. So from a everything you've heard about him is what a great person he is and stuff. It is true. He's a hard working fool. Man, that guy gets after it, whether it's his from what he does in the acting world, which everybody's seen. I haven't worked with him in that capacity, but on the music side, man, that dude's wearing the bass out all day before he goes and puts a show on because he wants to put a great show on. So does the rest of the band. The rest of the band's awesome. And but just a great guy. He's very self-sufficient. And I jokingly say you're really good at adulting. So I have to reprogram how I normally do some of my things that I would normally do for other people. But he's just a great example. But the people I look to, because I think you have real world and you have social media world.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So these idols that I'll call them false idols that people look at, and I don't mean anything disparaging by it, because are they acting or are they really
it's hard to tell.
So, the people I look at, my good friend Chris Cathers, for instance. Chris was Green Beret, worked for with a little agency somewhere else afterwards.
The agency that shall not be named.
Chris has stage 4 cancer. He had half his femur cut out, had a rod put in it, and he blames me for that because after he was giving me a hard time about my hip replacement, and a few months later he had cancer in his femur. So they had to take out half of it, and he's got a rod and stuff. That maniac was in the gym as soon as he could get in the gym. And he's had it in his lungs and other areas, but he keeps getting after it. But take the personal side of what he's doing for himself to take care of himself, that self-discipline to where he knows, hey, I have to stay moving, motivated, and keep his mind healthy.
Yeah.
He started Brothers Keeper Veteran Foundation. And I tell you, everybody that's listening, check it out.
Yeah, they've heard that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Brothers Keeper Veteran Foundation. I believe it's .org.
Well known.
And he's doing everything he can to help, our fellow veterans with a big focus on, mental health and suicide awareness. And they just did a ruck. They came through here, and
that's right. That was last week.
Yeah. They just came through here, and so those are the kind of people I look at that are inspiring. That's who inspires me. My mom's boyfriend, Bobby, over 30 years, he's 82 years old, and dude's still getting after it, you know?
Right. People underestimate, like take the workout thing. I know we're in the wisdom section, but the workout thing, like there's you can use it and kind of go too far. Like like a David Goggins. Everybody knows who David Goggins is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I find him inspiring, but at the same time, it's like, what are you repairing, man? Because like it's overcompensation for something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then there's guys like you're describing that are probably getting after. I mean, I don't know. Goggins is crazy, but like they're still getting after it pretty hard. But you can't underestimate like how much that's going to help you, like mentally. I think people don't understand how far off they get because they don't
Right.
do those things. They don't understand how unhealthy your mind can get
Sure.
by not doing those things.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be like, you know, lifting heavy weights all the time. It
Sure.
can be whatever the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've seen it. People just give up on stuff, and it's like, well,
Right. Well, and wisdom, and I know we're on that topic. Wisdom's basically experience. That's all it is.
yeah,
We're
Yep.
older, so we're passing on our experiences,
Mhm.
our lessons learned to our kids and to other people. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's why,
Yeah.
oh, he's a wise man.
Yeah.
That's just a nice way of saying, hey, dude, you're
You've
old.
been through a lot of shit.
But I was having my cousin works as he's on the fire rescue
Mhm.
team at Darlington and does a lot of other races as well. And they have, I think he said it was like a 35-degree embankment on the high side, and they have rope teams that come down. And so he was telling me about that, showing me some pictures and stuff. And I asked him something simple. I said, "Hey," I said, "Do you?" Because he's right-handed. I said, "Do you carry a prusik in your left cargo pocket?" He's like, "No." I said,
Hmm.
"Well, what do you do if you get, if you get a piece of that big jacket you're wearing or something caught in your 8 plate?" And because they're still using 8 plates, there's a lot of other new things, and I'm
Mm.
behind the curve because I haven't been on rope in
Well,
so long. But
sure.
they've got a lot of other things that people are using. But up there, they're still using 8 plates and just locking in. And when they have to do something, and he's like, "Why?" I said, "Because you can take that prusik, get a longer piece, couple foot, and you tie it in above, and wrap it into your rope, and basically it'll have a loop, and it'll put a bite on to where it'll lock in." And I said, "All you do is put your foot up in it, step up, take your pressure off, clean up whatever you have going on, and then you're right back in business." But mistakes some people make, some people panic and they pull a knife out and start working around. I mean, there's a lot of horror stories that's happened, or they have to rely on somebody to come down on a rescue line